Hi, my name is Ankush, and I am a freelance developer. You must be wondering why my room looks this way, and it is because my life is this way. Uh, my life is my room, and I have not been following Jordan Peterson's advice. In this video, I want to talk about why I left my corporate job and how I got into freelancing and what that experience has been for the last 4 months. Uh, So before that, I'll have a glass of water. So I had some problems while working at a company, and I thought it would be best to get out of it. One of the reasons was that AI was being shoved, and things did not align, and I was feeling I was not growing as a person. So uh, it was a pretty dramatic quit. Uh, it was decided in a very short time, and had some conversation with family and with mostly family, and I decided to quit. I had no plans, no job offers, and no job offers is something that I had thought about on purpose. I used to see a lot of posts, but I did not apply it because I really wanted to do something on my own. Once I left, I decided what should I do, and that's when I thought people who usually quit their jobs build a shop. So, for example, if let's say I'm a doctor and I work at a hospital, I can start my private business, private clinic. That's my shop. And similarly, with a lot of other things, people do work under other people and then they set up their own shop. I thought doing a business would be a big jump. What I can do is I can set up my own shop. So that brought me to freelancing, and freelancing is my plan B so that I never fear losing my job again. So that brought me to freelancing, and uh, initially I took a break for a month and then I started working. The thing is, I actually did not take a break for a month because while I was taking a break, I had some ideas of what I wanted to build. I was working on a Safari extension, which was for myself. That hasn't been still launched, which I would like to. Uh, and then while I was coming towards the end of my break, uh, I started changing all my profiles. So I started applying on Upwork. I changed LinkedIn to say that I'm a freelance developer. Uh, and the LinkedIn brought me to my first like client. Uh, and that is something that I estimated would be 3 weeks of work, and the pay was pretty low. But it was my first gig, so I had to pick it. I picked, and it has been going on for some time at the same rate, but that's okay. It's my first gig. Uh, when I left my corporate work, I was a backend developer. I used to be a full stack developer 2 years ago, so I am now getting back into front end, and it has been quite a learning. I've been learning Tailwind, I have been learning React Query. I learned deployments. For the first time, I deployed to a service. I set up buckets. I integrated everything, etc. So learning wise, it has been really good. Every day or every few days, I learn something new. which was something that was really missing in my corporate job, and uh, something that I really, really enjoy as being a part of a freelance journey. Technical learning has been very good, and non-technical learning, I'm not sure if it has been very good, but I have uh, I've been going through a shift from thinking as a employee to a quote entrepreneur. Uh, and that shift has been that uh, it's less about quality, it's more about what the client wants. Because as a technical person, I can see that the code is not up to the mark. There are paths which are not extremely optimal. For example, there are ARIA labels, and then there is test driven development. And it's important to have 100% code coverage. But now that I'm working on my own, since the client are mostly non-technical, they do not care about these things. And while these things are important, especially when I'm in a learning phase for React, it has been really hard to follow all the best practices, etc. And I have to cut corners because I have to deliver fast. So uh, that is one thing. The second thing is I've learned a lot of UI UX, and it started with the client saying that the UI is not right. The elements are missing. Some items are here, some items are here, etc. So the first thing I have learned with Tailwind is like you should have all the alignments. For example, PX4 is like the default alignment in the whole application. So by default, I know any box is going to be PS4 on, and it's important to have layouts. So that is design front on uh, I think I should talk about my second client. So the second client was my yoga teacher, and uh, it was a simple static website. I can link it down below. The first website is still under development, and I'm under an NDA, so I can't share it right now, but I'll share it in the future. So the second website was easy. It was built using Lovable. The first website is also heavily uh, like initial was built with Lovable. Then I refactored the whole backend. Actually, backend wasn't super fit at first. Then I refactored it to Spring. Now it is, yeah, it is in Spring still, but I use OpenCode's Claude Code Fast, Grok Code Fast model, and uh, it generated some good results. But after 2 days, I realized the backend is not going to be maintainable, so I refactored all of it, wrote write tests, etc. The backend has been pretty stable. Front end, since I have been learning, it has been I won't say it's perfect, it's still in iterations, but it's almost done. I have relied on Grok heavily, and uh, a few days ago, Open could remove support for it, so I can't use it for free. So I'm back to my manual code. Uh, Now, the third part has been interesting regarding finding clients. Like people mostly, if they get to know that I'm a freelancer, they would say that they have a friend or they have someone they can connect me to. Sometimes they take effort, but most of that, almost none, none of the time it has actually materialized. So maybe there is something I'm missing there. Maybe I should strategize and follow up with them. The second is I've not used all my advantages with freelancing. I have uh, some friends and old colleagues I can reach out to and ask for things, but I have not used it because I wanted to experience the market. Uh, So the first getting the first client for from LinkedIn was good. I've been applying a lot to Upwork. On Upwork, uh, it has been really hard because I have been asking a higher dollar amount than many people in my country. Uh, because I feel that if I reduce my amount at first, and uh, it will be very hard to come to a high level. I want to ask a bit higher uh, than my corporate job. So it has been really hard. I gave one interview, and uh, I was I was not up to the mark, so I did not get that. But apart from that, I have not got any interviews. I must have applied to at least 10, at least 25 gigs, but I'm not got any response from any of the others. Uh, what has been uh, generating leads as such, uh, or at least like me putting effort towards getting in the leads has been LinkedIn. I used to search for freelance developer at first, but that does not s- have like I used to search for freelance Java actually, and that did not have uh, like people did not post for it. Now I search for freelance developer, look for last 24 hours of post, and mostly send emails at the same time and connect with them. I'm more active on LinkedIn. Uh, I wish I was not, but I'm more active on LinkedIn. So that has been a place from where at least I'm applying to jobs. So a few weeks ago, I was applying to like one or two a week. Last week, I must have done like 16. At least that engine is there. And I feel that in some time, if I resolve everything, if I resolve uh, generating leads, sales, uh, I need to learn some technologies. So maybe Node.js and Go. But I hope that the first thing I'll be able to do is generate more leads, generate more sales, uh, do something across the same skills that I'm already doing, and then make some money. How I've been sustaining for 4 months is uh, luckily I have some savings. So at least for a few months, I'm good. Uh, apart after a few months, I'll like really have the stress I feel, but for now it's good. Uh, so I would like to hear what you are doing. I'm a new YouTuber. This might be my first big video. I hope I'll make more videos in the future. And I really want to connect. I really want to know people, and I really want to know how you're doing. And most of our my videos are going to be pretty informal. And if uh, I would like to know what you're doing. If there is something you want to ask, you can ask. We can connect and talk. If you have taken the quote unquote leap into freelancing, etc., like all the best. It is fun. Uh, there are some businesses things that need to be resolved, but it will be super fun. Uh, have some savings before you take the leap, so that uh, you'll be stress free. So, good day. Bye bye.